Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to the letter. Actually, was thinking about going to sleep, but let's play some more. Let's prepare some more content because this game is so good. Anyway, the cat's name is Berutiel. What are you talking about right now? Or at least that's what his collar says. It's an odd name to give a cat, in my opinion. How would I know? I don't know about cats. But it fits Grace, much like the one that carries it. It shows in the way... Wait, why do you assume it's cat's thing? See, but it shows in the way... Okay, because it's on the cat, got it. He switches his tail and his eyes follow my hand's every movement. I'm not sure what he finds fascinating me, to be honest. I was in the very picture of Grace when he found me, after all. It was a bad idea, carrying 2 bags of newly bought art materials and groceries without help or a sure ride home. In hindsight, perhaps I shouldn't have bought all of these at the same time. I didn't make it past the park. And now I am suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on a park bench and drenched in sweat, in the company of a cat, curiously watching my every movement. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat, but back at home they are considered ill omens. I think they are considered that in all of the places, especially when they cross your path, but you need to believe in that stuff, right? And I honestly don't give a damn.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Nah. Not that I've ever acted gracefully in my life, of course. Growing up with round young brothers and sisters does that. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there is no smoking, a short river, and then I'm off home. Besides, I didn't like the compound is bad, even if it's a cat, as long as it doesn't bite or cross my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
He has one, doesn't he? An owner. That's what the collar's for, isn't it? And bandaged his wrap on one of its paws. I wonder what happened to it. Did he run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I tried to bring one home before, a cat. Not black, of course.
Eh.
And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
Huh. I took a small packet of sweets from one bag beside me and pop it open. As I'm about to put one in my mouth, he meows. My hand stops.
Do you want one?
Okay, I would suggest not giving this to the cat. He does meow again, as I expect him to, but I take his unblinking gaze as a yes. No. I shift the piece to my palm and hold it out to him warily. He sniffs it once, twice before...
Berufia!
Like a good, properly trained cat, Berufia responds as soon as he's called. Recognition comes as soon as my head snaps in the direction of the voice. Miss McCall's heart winks, what with her hive.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you? Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Well, you know.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCalla.
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Berufiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even ran away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Berufiel's a she.
Oh. She, well, all this time I thought, a pausing conversation, if this can be called one, is uncomfortable. We're merely 2 people working different jobs for the same client. Frankly, we think this don't happen a lot, and if it does, a simple nodding of heads is enough. Am I interested about the cat? I think like the fact that we've messed up, Isabella messed up the gender of the cat is quite problematic, so how about we switch the subject again?
I'm just curious about your work.
And I got some points with Marianne. Maybe we'll date Marianne in the end, or something. Okay, this is not a dating simulator, right? So...
What about it?
I hope I can avoid the curse on Isabella. I need to protect her. There is something guarding her expression on the dimensional floor, but I pushed through with my question.
I I just want to know how it is to work on a house like the Ermengarde mansion. Is it hard?
I guess she was expecting a question like that, if the way her eyebrows shot up tells me something.
Because of its age? I wouldn't say it is. It is a challenge, considering the factors me and my team have sought out. But it's a good project. A breath of fresh air from what I usually work on. And I have a good team. Those original fittings, though. It might be old, but the architecture is magnificent. I'm sure you've seen the stained glass windows in the foyer? Oh, I can already think of so many things I could do with it.
Honestly, the only thing that comes to mind is breaking it by some weird mistake.
But of course, my team will have to double check for necessary repairs here and there. That's probably for the best. It's easy to break some key elements with a rush restoration job, and who knows what other hidden issues there might be underneath. People can be so careless.
Ghost!
I'm sorry, I spoke too much.
No, it's okay. You seem to really love what you're doing.
It's not really like that. I'm just lucky to have found work in an interesting field.
True that. If you are interested in something or you find something interesting, lucky you.
Anyway, Bruthiel's due for her visit to the vet. Nice talking to you, Miss Santos. I wish you luck with what you're planning to work on. It seems like a big project too.
Eh? She just threw her head towards the bags, the one filled with stuff I recently bought from the art store.
It's a project for a friend, actually.
All the same. Good luck.
Wait, why do I not know what she's working on? Hello? I watch her as she leaves, or she stops short before crossing the threshold separating the park and the street. She faces me again, looking like there's something she has forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion. With my clients, it's the rights, I mean.
Uh-huh.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Ah, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion. The
letter. The same one they saw. Well, she's asking for help. Someone! I want to tell Miss McCullough that the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They are real. She's not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I has to pick only bugs I've left on the bench and run as far as my legs can take me. In that moment that I'm carrying in my hands weighs far lighter than the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to go home. And where I won't be reminded of the house. Of her. Of my own cowardice. While looking after lost cat, Isabella Santos met the interior designer Marianne McCullough by chance. She also happened to be the cat's owner. The two were seen having small talk before Isabella abruptly left. I like how it is written, like not like by Isabella, but like from the third person. Like they were seen. I kind of like it. Anyway, the food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think that someone who had been on a conscious bench of vegetables would find a home-cooked meal enjoyable. But it isn't. Hunger isn't what is gnawing at midnight, neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly. Yeah, I noticed. In the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. Same, I don't understand a word. It's hard when the things you're trying to forget keep returning to the forefront of your mind. It distracts you. Eats at you. Devours you. I wish this would stop. I wish I was the one who picked it up. I wish it was somebody else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home yesterday evening.
Yeah, great. Now you freaking understand what she said.
Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Hey,
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
What? Rose.
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her 2-bedroom flat with the words "Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
Are you fucking kidding me? No. No. This isn't. This is what I want. This is supposed to happen. No, this is supposed to happen. I was supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Legends. That's what everyone has kept telling me, so why aren't I... Immediately I rushed to my study table in search of my phone. My hand, cold from dread, clings tight to it as soon as I touched its edges. A piece of folded paper, the letter lying unassumingly beside it, slips to the floor when I pick up the device. But I paid no mind. There are more important things. Right now. Right now. I need to call her. I need to call her. I was with her. Just with her not too long ago, and she was okay. No. 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 It isn't Rose, I'm sure of it. I just told her and... The sob escapes me and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighed by the very same guilt I refuse to admit I've been carrying from the start. The same one I've been hiding from. The same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My head shakes as I navigate Rose's number on my contact list. She will answer, right? That's what she always does. She'll pick it up to help me, to turn down the waterworks and call me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Again and again I dial. Whispering. Praying. Pleading.
Come on, Rose. Don't do this to me. Please pick up. I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
The TV runs loudly in the background, and deafening static sounds from my phone speakers. But in my ears I can only hear the screams. Her pleas. Her whispers. Oh, for fuck's sake, fuck off! We are not safe. You know what? If you have a problem, you have to solve it yourself, you know? You stupid ghost. News broke of Rose Cooper being found dead in her flat the evening before. The authorities classified the crime as homicide, possibly linked to the notorious Anselm Butcher, a mysterious serial killer who had committed brutal murders over the years and left their bodies with this signature phrase, "Help me." A buzzing sensation jolts me awake. My body still wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. But it's there, nudging and prodding at me. Slowly become aware of how awkward my position is, and the ages that accompany sleeping in the correct position the night before. If I even slept at all. The memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it aloud. Instead, the words weigh heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. I wouldn't put blame on Isabella. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed before anyone else had gotten involved. Now what's the weirdest thing? Rose is like... Isn't Rose like... the only one of those people that haven't seen that thing? I mean, Mariana also hasn't seen that, but... Okay. I should have... The notification light on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly, when I look at it, as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. I check it nevertheless, out of habit more than anything. Strict attendance required today to all BRC employees. In light of the recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 PM to 2 PM. Attendance is must. Company changes, new hierarchy, and policies will be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is able to bring a copy of their own attendance logs and sales reports for the last 6 months to be submitted to the respective managers for review. We're expecting everyone's cooperation. Thank you, John Alice Schultz, BRC HR Manager. If this were one of those typical days, I'd happily comply and get myself to our office. Today my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other, the place in itself is a stark reminder of what my own fears have cost me. I should just... Oh, screw it. I mean, if you stay at home, I would say that piece of garbage ghosts might appear here more likely than if we go to work and there will be also a lot of people around. Or something like that. Or maybe I'm still... Let's go. Mopping won't get me anywhere. This is just like one of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad things get, and hope for the best. Oh, my whole body feels like a lead and my lips are sore. I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter I drop on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written only glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what we've done. With a cough I pick it up and shove it in my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This too I'll deal with. Somehow I'll find a way and make things right. I have to. Before it takes more people from me. Even if I must do it on my own. Huh. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Overall today looks like a typical working day at Rare Realty Corporation. Except it isn't. There is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present has already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they'd likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Pretty sure the internet should start with capital letter. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving me a wide berth. As for the mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but it only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it is about. He's in strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. Oddly, I'd appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed. There's no date for a funeral, yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff? None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including financing the rights papers, and have been promised an ample compensation for my efforts. I think you expect me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to anyway, if I want to forget. Whoa. Employee of the month achievement, what? October 24th. Isabella Santos drowned herself with work the whole day to forget about the devastating news of her mentor's death. However, she ended up stumbling upon the mysterious disappearances of her older colleagues, and just when she realized something important. Okay, is it about what I thought it was? That actually all of them were taking part of trying to sell that mansion? I mentioned this before, when they said something about stuff missing. Anyway, time flies when you do, and by the time I give you notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company. Oh, that's what you meant. God damn it. No, okay, it's about disappearances, not about them getting out of work. Alright, everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that. Huh.
The Luxbourne Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
Rarely blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back onto my desktop. The loud tapping of my fingers against the keys fills the office for the better part of my shift as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of stuff, they may have a lot of agents hired, but I don't remember those names anywhere. After all, they are also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters. No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in the fraction of a moment. These people, Rose, the letter.
I need to... No, if it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Oh boy. Evidence doesn't lie, that's what Ash often says, right? If I had proof, then maybe. I don't want to get my hopes up, but maybe there is still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should. A noise cut sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pen to my back.
Hello? Anyone there?
Someone must have left their printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn it off, another person is certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. What? Seriously? And most of the time, it's Rose who does the nagging, but... The click of my pen in my hand is a welcome instruction as I search for the set object. Each stride my feet takes also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I lost sight of the giant minutes ago, and with me being the only one left, the tapping of my feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. Oh man, you know what? If I were you, I would run for it. I have a bad feeling about this. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time it turned off, 5 pages are already strewn about on the ground, the paper tray having also been left ajar. Sighing, I picked each of it to put someplace proper. But the page that greets me makes my blood run cold. Told you. A chill that thinks its way up my spine says now because the day in the attic. The sheets crinkle under my thin grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it rasps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself, take the first steps out there, total darkness suddenly envelopes me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake! And as if hearing every horny thought running inside my head right now, something snaps. A soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness that has descended in the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. Yet my own traitorous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. Please don't. Oh shit, it's her. Standing the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know it's the same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic. I take a step back. The pen I'm holding slips from my hand and, oh, for fuck's sake, her entire head turns. Yo! A scream almost escaped my mouth and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. Yeah, that will help you. My heart is pounding, hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird circling, that clicking that follows her, and telltale squeak of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. Someone please save me, damn it. Anyone! I close my eyes, muttering a conscious stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. You know what I'd do? I don't know what I'd do. Please, don't let her hear me. Wait, what the hell is this? Use spacebar to run at the right time, alright. Oh shit! Shit! Alright. Yes! Seconds, minutes surge out before me agonizingly. Is she gone? Slow open my eyes to take a peek. Oh, for fuck's sake, you hid under the desk? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, great. You know what? That was a mistake there. I don't move or make a noise. I mean, I know she moves around, god damn it. But you are in the freaking... Would there be anything I could fight back this thing with? Possibly. I mean, I feel like just freaking throwing a chair or something would be helpful. In the face of such I can only beg. Let out silent please to whoever is out there. Please, please, don't let her notice. I want to live. Don't open the eye. Are you fucking kidding me? And I don't know. I don't freaking know. Okay, so now we are with Hannah. And what? What happened there, for fuck's sake? Profiles. Hannah Wright-Knee Evans. Birth date April 30. Taurus, 31 years old. Height 5.7, 170. Occupation Harris, former finance manager. Nationality British. Religion Anglican. Education Masters in Business Administration, major in accounting. Likes lullabies, whatever it is, dogs, fashion, parties and dancing. The beach, children, iconic woman, charity, math. Alright, of the Luxburn upper classes, Hannah is used to living a life of luxury. Absent parents made her crave for attention, for something she gained from her private tutors and nannies. Instead. It was never enough, however. She studied hard in order to make her parents proud, going to business so that she could work alongside them. Essentially, her otherwise privileged life was certainly a treat for her at the very least. She had many suitors, dating different men, but it was through work that she met Luke. It was love at first sight for her. Upon her parents' death, Luke proposed her. That was the move that led to the merging of Wright Enterprises and Evans Incorporated and her subsequent retirement. Their 7-year marriage is strained, but Hannah tries her best to make it work. Oh. Interesting. I didn't really notice what day it is for her now. Like, I also didn't notice that the freaking letter is hidden in here before. Alright, so I have no clue what happened over there, and it kind of pisses me off. And why, you might ask? Well, obviously because I don't know if something happened to my very precious Isabella. I mean, god damn it. It is far too easy to get them to pay attention and enraptured. They hang on to my every word and follow my every move. All of it would have been stifling and I had not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile, if we are honest. And a few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
Hannah Wright!
There is a moment of agitation as a familiar but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face. Of course, I have to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right. You know, that's the kind of apartment I would actually want to have. Maybe not this big, but it's pretty cool. Like, I would like to have like a little floor in which I could actually set up my like recording area. Anyway, after all, this man can turn heads. Alright.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He's more Luke's friends than mine, really, and I'm quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I'm only friends with the Chief Inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. It was an odd sort of friendship where we would have awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. It started with an N, I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being Chief Inspector of Luxury Police, his wife, Rochelle Lee, Nee Vance, owns a General Electronics company, fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favourite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight. I see the husband isn't with ya.
The way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. I just wish Luke is here to find out the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets and getting close just because my husband is not here. And to think they have the gun to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I'm my dad. But like any high society woman worth her salt, I know how to handle it with ace and dignity.
I suppose you're looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately.
I mean, let's face it, Hannah is a very sexy lady, but someone might overdo it, that's true.
Rochelle isn't here?
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor. The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with a doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
Well, shouldn't you be with her then, you idiot? We make a small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side after finding his place there. Much to my chagrin, I've been extricated from the few vlogging hopes of fluttering, for I can tolerate them far better than Lee. He's a nice enough person, I adore his wife, who is obviously the brains behind the two. But there is something unsettling about him. I do not trust him as much as I want to. He regave to me tales of the Luxury Police Department, a different affair to the usual gossip I am privy to, and though I love to admit, it's interesting nonetheless. I expect the topic of business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But oh boy, I was wrong.
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the new tank chasing on foot and screaming about theft.
Cool.
The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Rochelle has a strange love and hate affair with Lee. He's a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years. And he must be freaking old. Wait, maybe not. I mean, he should be in his 40s. A lifetime if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. I, on the other hand, well, Luke is no Lee. I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although my darling did have his moments.
The wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown? I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife. I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads. I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale, or that something mansion. You know the one with all the ghost stories.
I know what he's talking about. There are really only few urban legends around here. It's
The Ermagood Mansion?
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her. Not to mention all the expenses a place like that would be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task.
Huh?
You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy too. Such good taste.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace. She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom. I think I have a business card right. No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? Marianne, I believe, yes. But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself. This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Huh. Sure, a 3-story penthouse might not seem that division small for some people. Humongous! Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to have grand parties in. As it is. I only invited about 30 people to this one. What? And it already feels cramped in here. It certainly would be nice if I didn't have to ride an elevator up and down several floors before I could get anywhere as well. All those floors are not mine. Besides, I have been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the next episode. I'm going to say, but he's here. Okay, we are starting from October 17th, Monday. Hannah Wright, 3-party in the penthouse at the Cache. The city's most powerful were seen, including Chief Inspector Hartley of the Lynchburg Police Department. From him, the socialite heard of the Ermengarde Mansion's upcoming open house and of the interior designer Marianne McCullough. Okay, cool story. Alright. Shouldn't Hannah's... Maybe alright. We need to raise the relationship with Luke for her. Like, truly. I want to bring happiness to Hannah as well. Anywho, let's end it here. And we'll continue this tomorrow. Also, hopefully, we'll get to gain the knowledge about Isabella at some point, because I really hope that she's well. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.